Do you watch the news?
I don't actually ever watch the news. I would say that I sometimes listen to NPR on the radio when I'm driving either to or from work because they actually have stories that are interesting and that I feel like they're actually making me smarter rather than making me dumber. I don't actually watch the news on television because most of it is kind of just nonsense that either is going to make me mad or make me sad or really not add to my life at all.
If someone was taking away your rights, would you know about it?
I guess it depends on what right they were taking away. I guess I like to think if it's something that's important, I would probably notice if it was being taken away from me. But I suppose it depends on what you mean by rights. I guess it's possible that somebody could be violating my rights in such a way that I wouldn't even be aware.
What rights would you consider important?
I guess what I would consider as important is whatever just allows me to be a happy and safe person, I guess, and live my life. I suppose it's possible that there could be some things going on behind the scenes that I wouldn't know about that technically I probably wouldn't be happy about if I knew about them, but that might not actually affect me if I'm not aware of them, I guess.
Okay. So, do you trust the government?
That's a tough question. I'd say yes, just because I pretty much have to. I mean, we live where we live, and we have a government, and if we're going to have that system work, we do have to have trust in the government. Now, I definitely don't trust every individual person in the government, but I would say I do trust the process, and I do think that the system we have in the end works out, or at least I really hope so.
All right. So, is your information private, like
Definitely
Facebook
not.
or any of that? Do you keep your privacy and all that?
In this world now, I don't think much of anything is actually private anymore. Pretty much all information's out there on the internet, and every piece of data you could possibly imagine is publicly accessible at this point. So no, definitely not private.
Do you watch the news?
Yes, I do.
Say that into the mic.
Yes, I do.
If someone was taking away your rights, would you know about it?
Yeah, I would.
Do you trust the government?
No. Hell no.
Is your information private?
No. Hell no. Because the government pretty much has all of my information. Anything I do want them to see, anything I don't want them to see. They have taps on our phones, so any information that I could possibly have is not private.
Should common people be able to see your information?
Hell no. Because in the world that we live in, if you allow common people, if you allow anybody just to see your information, you never know if that...
Alright, Heath, do you watch the news?
Not really. From time to time I do. I only check the weather.
Okay. If someone was taking away your rights, would you know about it?
I mean, I think I should know about it. I don't know if I would, though. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Do you trust the government?
I trust the government to a certain extent. I believe. I think they're trusted people, but, you know.
Is your information private?
I mean, all my information is private, so I would have to see who you are first to accept you on any social network, and then you can.
All right. So, do you watch the news?
It depends. I don't like to watch the news because it's all about people being killed. I prefer not to, but sometimes.
Okay. If someone was taking away your rights, would you know about it?
Yes and no. I'm sure that rights are being taken away somehow, that they do things that they shouldn't be, but usually it's to benefit. But I probably wouldn't know because I'm a minor.
People are so loud. Alright. Do you trust the government?
Not really. To be perfectly honest, no.
Should people be able to see your information?
No. It depends. Like, I don't have things on private, like my Facebook and stuff. I don't find it necessary to put that on private. But, like, my banking information, I keep to myself. And you never give me back your coffee?
Alrighty. So, do you watch the news?
Well, it depends. The only time I really watch the news is if it's stuck on my TV and I can't find the remote. But other than that, not usually, unless it's for weather in the morning.
So, if someone was taking away your rights, would you know about it?
Well, usually through the web and everything that they have these days, I would probably hear about it, and that I wouldn't really like that a lot.
Okay. So, do you trust the government?
Absolutely not. I hate the government.
Is your information private, like on Facebook and stuff?
Well, I just recently set all my things to private because of going into the military, which is kind of weird because I hate the government. But yeah, I set everything to private. Yeah.
So, do you actually think that it's private?
Absolutely not. Because I don't know, I feel like anyone could just check anything if they have the right